If you've been following along with Project Dress a Girl, then you know that one of the free patterns for this month only was the Girls Allison Tent Dress by Jure Desiree. And you all, I have hacked the heck out of this. So I thought that what I do is just go through each of the different dresses that I've made using that pattern and explain all of the different changes that I've made to get the end result. So let's just start with the original Allison Tent Dress. So this is the girls' Allison Tent Dress without any changes made. So you can see that there is a short V-neck up at the neckline. It is a tent style, so it is a pretty exaggerated A-line style, and it has a really cute ruffle down at the bottom of the dress, along with a little ruffle at the bottom of each of the sleeves. The back is just a regular high neckline in the back. And there are inseam pockets for this pattern. Now you can catch this pattern, the link for this pattern, as well as the discount code for this month down in the description box. So that way you can get it for free. Now this is the second Allison Tent Dress that I made, and I made quite a bit of changes for this one. So the first one that I did was when I went in and sewed in my facing, I sewed it in at a 1-inch seam allowance instead of the 1/2-inch seam allowance to widen up this neckline a bit. I also made this one sleeveless, as you can see, and there's actually a really quick tutorial on how to do that right up here in case you're interested in that. Coming down the dress, you can see that there are patch pockets. I was actually experimenting with different patch pocket shapes, and this was actually supposed to be a strawberry, but as it turns out, only really tiny little kids actually guess that it's some kind of fruit pocket. They're not quite sure which one. I got apples the most. Anyone who's like older than 55 thinks that it's a heart with a heartbeat shape on it. So yeah, that's not my most successful patch pocket ever. That's okay though. And then I also did a tiered ruffle on the bottom of this dress. One other change that I made, I almost forgot to tell you, is that I lengthened the length of the top dress here, so this main portion, by 2 inches. When I was looking at how this actually fits a child, it actually hits a child mid-calf, which is perfect for Project Dress a Girl. You know, these girls are going to be running around. They'll be playing in this dress. I do have a tiered ruffle tutorial that shows you how you can achieve this, and it'll be linked in the description box below. And the third Allison Tent Dress that I made was this one, which actually came out looking quite sweet. And this is a reversible dress. So the changes that I made pretty much followed with the changes that I made to that last one. I sewed in my neckline at a 1-inch seam allowance. I did make this one a sleeveless version, but because it's fully reversible, I tackled it in a different way other than applying bias tape here. I removed the pin tucks from the shoulders and I put in gathers there. And then there's that double ruffle and the patch pockets. And this time for the patch pockets, I just decided to do square pockets, but instead of cutting them on the grain, I turned it and I cut it on the bias, so that way I got diamonds at the pockets. And then this is the reverse side. So I did decide to omit the inseam pockets for the patch pockets, so that way it would reduce the bulk at the sides here and would provide a more stable patch pocket. So that is the reverse side. And if you're curious about how I actually made this one reversible, check out the video right up here, and it's also linked in the description box below. And for my last one, I decided to make a bigger size, and so my fourth Allison Tent Dress was cut in a size 8, and you can see that I changed out that neckline. So it was a V, and I changed it out to this shape, which I think is really adorable. I did make this one sleeveless, as well as remove those pin tucks and put in gathers there just to make the sewing process a little quicker. I did decide to remove the ruffle for this one and just make it a straight tent dress. So you do see there's No romantic ruffle down at the bottom. But in order to make sure that it wasn't too short, I did lengthen it by 7 inches, just following the same line all the way down. And then I did a 1/2 inch hem down at the bottom by folding it in twice. The other major difference that I did here was I had some fun with rickrack trim. So you can see I used a jumbo rickrack down here at the bottom of the pockets. And then I also did it along the neckline. I just snuck it underneath the bias tape when I was binding my neckline to get that look. And that is Allison Tent Dress number 4. Now I've seen you are making your own changes to the Allison Tent Dress. I've seen Allison Tent Dresses with ties in the back, as well as someone who made a V-neck in both the front and the back. So let me know down in the comments below, what kind of hacks have you been doing to your girl's Allison Tent Dress? I'm really curious to know. And don't forget that every day you see me here for Project Dress a Girl 2022, we also have another amazing creator who's also sharing their tips, tricks, and their dress choices. So make sure that you check out Sew for Serenity's video right over here. And in case you missed the original kickoff, that video's up here. There's still time for you to make and donate a dress. So check out both of those videos, and I'll see you tomorrow for the live unboxing.